The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Wellsville Top Gun Tournament. Final day of the tournament as the Spring Hill Broncos look to cap off this year's tournament with some positive vibes after back-to-back close losses this year down here in Wellsville. Bryce Kessler, Caden Carbajo with you as we wrap things up from Wellsville today between the 4-5 Spring Hill Broncos and the 0-8 Wellsville Eagles in the 7th place game. It's certainly been a different route to get here to this 7th place game for these two teams in this tournament. We'll start with Wellsville. Tuesday in the opening round, a 51-31 loss to Lewisburg. Thursday, a 54-30 loss to Hayden. So 20 and 24 points, the deficits they've fallen by in their two games. Meanwhile, Spring Hill, in both games here in this tournament, they have led going into the fourth quarter. Tuesday, they were up 5 going into the fourth on Nemaha Central, but were outscored 15-2 in the fourth quarter and lost 49-41. Thursday, again, had the lead going into the fourth quarter by 6, this time 37-31 on top of Baldwin, but were outscored 9-2 over the final 3:20 in that ball game, and it was their second one-point loss of the season. They've also got a couple of 3-point losses this year, and their only other loss, the 8-point loss to an undefeated Nemaha Central team. So talk about a season of what-ifs so far for Spring Hill. They sit here at 4-5, but realistically, all 5 of their losses could have just as easily been wins for this team. So not necessarily pleased with where they sit bracket-wise in this 7th place game, but let's see if Spring Hill can at least come away with a victory here in this one and get some positive momentum again as we head into February in a very heavy Frontier League schedule in February, which at this point in time, Spring Hill still undefeated in the Frontier League. They've got a chance, despite a 4-5 record, to still win the league title this year as they're 3-0 in league play. And both teams in the championship game of this tournament, Lewisburg and Nemaha Central. Well, Spring Hill beat Lewisburg a week ago in Lewisburg by 12. And then, of course, I just mentioned they had that lead on Nemaha Central going into the fourth quarter earlier this week. So far, 4-5, but a team that feels much better than that 4-5 record. We'll see if they can put that on display here today. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live as we get you set for Spring Hill and Wellsville coming up in the 7th place game of the Top Gun Tournament in Wellsville. Back with more right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Wellsville and Spring Hill, our matchup here in the 7th place game of the Top Gun Tournament in Wellsville. A look at the matchup now brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Wellsville, a team that's had a lot of program success here in recent history, lost a couple of first-team All-Leaguers, one of which was an All-State player for the program last year. A team that's gone 72-18 over the last 4 seasons, but with that exodus of talent from last year's team, this is a younger version of the Wellsville Eagles, and they are fighting that this year with this youth has been a little bit rockier of a road. 0-8 this year for Wellsville, and they have struggled to score the basketball, just averaging 34 points per game while giving up 54 per game. And in search of their first victory of the season still, they have a couple of 5-point losses on the year, but everything else has been by 16 on up to 20 and 30-point losses, their largest being a 44-point loss to Osawatomie back in their second game of the year. So it's been a bit of a learning curve this year for Wellsville, but they're coming into this one trying to find a way to get a win in their final game of their home tournament, while the Spring Hill Broncos come in averaging about 18 points more per game than Wellsville, only allowing 45 per game. And this one, matchup-wise, should be a favorable one for Allie Frank, who is 48 points, 17 rebounds in 2 games at this year's tournament, set up for another possible big game today. Kate Milroy, who is coming off of her first scoreless game on Thursday night. I like for her to get some chances to score today off of some steals. She's a very good defensive player and has played very well on that side of the floor in this tournament. But the offense hasn't been there from Milroy, or at least the scoring offense. She does have 8 assists in the 2 games, and I would expect her contribution from points and assists, due to the fact that I feel like she's going to have multiple opportunities in transition, to be upwards of a dozen to 15-point contribution in this game, whether that be her scoring or the assists that set up points. And then let's watch for Jenna Weber today as well. 9 points, 5 rebounds against Baldwin. This could be a difficult matchup for Wellsville with the size and versatility of Weber, who can do some damage both inside and outside. She made 3 3-pointers in that game against Baldwin. So some of the matchups we're looking at in this ball game here as Spring Hill takes on Wellsville in the 7th place game of this Top Gun Wellsville tournament. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. Back with more right after this. A few keys to this matchup as Spring Hill looks to pick up win number 5 on the season. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Ensuring the best. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Bobcat Mower. Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat Mower dealer. Bobcat Mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat Mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back into the Comfort Designs pregame show, brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Spring Hill trying to bounce back after two close losses here in this tournament to pick up a win in the 7th place game over the Wellsville Eagles, the host team, as we look at some keys to the game. Work through Frank. That's typical for this offense. She is the focal point, obviously, averaging 19.5 points and 11 rebounds per game this year for the Broncos. But this should be a great matchup for Frank. If they can keep her on the floor, avoid some foul trouble. Wellsville really doesn't have the size inside to match up with Frank, and it's not only just size that you have to match up with Frank, but it's an athleticism that you need as well, because Frank, certainly one of the most athletic girls on the team, at also being the tallest girl on the team at 6 foot. And in Wellsville, they've got a couple of girls that'll check in there around that 5'10" mark, and that's going to be a handful for them inside against Allie Frank in this ball game. And secondly, turn defense to offense. That should have another big opportunity in this game for Spring Hill to get some turnovers and get some easy transition buckets because of those turnovers. And they did a good job forcing turnovers in the game against Baldwin. Didn't really capitalize as much on those as we would like to see. So let's see if they can do that in this one against Wellsville and try to pick up win number 5. And as we flip the calendar over to February, they've got one more non-league game to start February against DeSoto, but then it is all Frontier League games the rest of the way. So a chance to get a little momentum here heading into a big Frontier League stretch where the Broncos are still undefeated in the Frontier League, 3-0, and a big stretch coming up after this tournament concludes. Those are your keys to the game here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening throw-in for this one. You've been watching the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Bronco basketball tips off next here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back inside Wellsville High School as we are getting set for tip-off in this ball game. Announcing the all-academic tournament team members here before this ball game. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. They are brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. For the Wellsville Eagles, 5'7" senior number 2 is Laney Overman. A 5'8" sophomore number 3, J.C. Clancy. A 5'7" junior number 11, Bethany Pearson. A 6'1" senior number 14, Jaden Troutman. And a 5'10" senior number 15, Lexi McDaniel. Their head coach is Brock Campbell. For the Spring Hill Broncos, first the national anthem it looks like, so we will pause momentarily for that, and I'll finish out those lineups. All right, let's finish out those starting lineups here for this ball game. Again, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon. And for the Broncos, their starting lineup remains unchanged here tonight. Same starting lineup for the 10th straight game to start this season. Kate Milroy, a 5'1" junior, number 1, leads the team in assists and just over 4 per game, averaging 5 points per game as well. Allie Frank, a 6' senior, number 15, 19.5 points, 11 rebounds per game, both tops on the team. Jenna Weber, a 5'8" sophomore, number 20, second leading scorer, rebounder, and on the assist, she is second on the team. So 7.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game for Weber. Meredith Todd, a 5'7" senior, number 25, is averaging 7 points per game, is the top three-point shooter on the team with 14 made threes this season. And Emily Dowd, a 5'5" senior, number 10, averaging 3.5 points per game this year for the Broncos. Their head coach is Clay Freegon, and we are set for hoops here from Wellsville. The opening throw-in is brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment, open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. So it'll be Spring Hill basketball to start this ball game as the visiting team, both literally visiting at the home Wellsville Eagles, but the bracket would have had that this way regardless. It would have been interesting had the bracket been flipped, because according to that, the top team is always the home team, and in this case that is Wellsville, but would have been weird for them to have to be the visiting team on the scoreboard. It would have confused a lot of people probably, so it's best it happened out this way. Here's a turnover on the opening possession, unfortunately for Spring Hill, so a transition chance for Wellsville that comes up empty, and Allie Frank the rebound for the Broncos. Two close losses in this tournament, not any different than the entire season, which has been filled with close losses for Spring Hill. Blocking foul will put Meredith Todd on the free throw line for Spring Hill. They got to the line a bunch in the Baldwin game. Shot 82% at the free throw line of that one. A lot of the damage being done by Allie Frank, but unfortunately it ended in a 1-point loss in that game against Baldwin. Jaden Troutman was called for the foul, and we talked in the open about the advantage size-wise inside for Spring Hill in this game. Well, if there was one girl who could sort of match that size advantage for Wellsville, it was Troutman, who is listed at 6'1", but now she's got an early foul here in this opening quarter. 2-0 Spring Hill after the Todd free throws. Wellsville with the basketball. J.C. Clancy at the point. Screen from Troutman, trying to get it back to her. Deflected by Todd, but it stays with the Eagles. 72 wins over the last 4 seasons for Brock Campbell's Wellsville Eagles, but a big loss talent-wise this past season with a big, not only a big, but a good senior class. A couple of first-team All-Leaguers and All-State player last year for Wellsville, but this year a lot of youth having to sort of reload, and it's been a little tougher sledding this year for him. Allie Frank on the feed from Dowd, and that should be there all game long right there. Frank on the block, and she should have many of an opportunity to score from close. Mid-range pull-up off the mark for Wellsville, but Bethany Pearson rebounds the Overman miss. Clancy blocked by Todd, but a foul is called on it. So J.C. Clancy will go to the free throw line for a couple. First foul against the Broncos on Meredith Todd. 4-0 Spring Hill here in this opening quarter. Spring Hill has led going into the fourth quarter both games of this tournament. 5-point lead on Tuesday over Nemaha Central going into the fourth, and a 6-point lead on Baldwin going into the fourth quarter on Tuesday. But an 8-point loss and a 1-point loss has put Spring Hill here in this 7th place game. Clancy goes 0 for 2 at the line. Another Spring Hill turnover. Troutman has it knocked free from behind by Milroy, who chases her down and allows the defense to at least get set up here for Spring Hill. Try to make Wellsville earn the points in a half-court set. Pearson to inbound. Troutman out to set that high screen again. They tried this earlier, didn't get the pass to Troutman. This time it does get there, but Troutman unable to knock it down. Foul on the perimeter. J.C. Clancy, the guilty party here. That's her first, team second. Two minutes into this opening quarter. Todd all alone underneath after the screen. Got her free from Weber, but can't connect. Weber offensive rebound. Todd will try it again. Now Frank with an offensive rebound. So 2 offensive rebounds on the possession. And eventually, Allie Frank puts it in for Spring Hill, and a timeout taken by Wellsville. So a good start here for Spring Hill as they are trying to bounce back after the couple of close losses as we've talked about it. And they have done a couple of things we talked as keys for them early on in this ball game. Get the ball inside Allie Frank, who has 2 buckets already. And on the defensive end, they have made it tough going for Wellsville. Don't forget, you can get highlights sent directly to your phone via EZ Relic and Spring Hill Sports Live by texting SHHS to 816-406-0051. Free highlights sent right to your phone. Just text SHHS to 816-406-0051. Great service from EZ Relic. You can check out more on that at springhillsportslive.com/EZ. That's the letters EZ. It's a 3-point attempt from Overman. Jenna Weber on the rebound. Spring Hill's made it one and done down there for Wellsville. Julia Hess, who as it is, checked in at the timeout for the Broncos along with Brooke Powell. This is Powell on the drive. Nice bounce pass around to Allie Frank for another easy bucket from Frank. She's got 6 points, and all 3 of her field goals have been from right there on the block, 2 feet from the hoop. She's a good enough scorer when you're playing good defense on her and contesting her shots. When you give her looks like that, it's game over. And she's already got 6 on the way to what her average is this year at 19.5 per game, coming off 29 in the game against Baldwin on Tuesday. Troutman finally puts Wellsville on the board. And a smart play there by Allie Frank. Really the best defense that Wellsville can play on Frank is get her into foul trouble, as Powell unable to corral that offensive rebound attempt. It's off her hand and out of bounds over to Wellsville. In comes Aaliyah Green, 5'7" freshman, checking in, number 5 for Wellsville. Not the only way they're going to stop Allie Frank, you feel like, in this game is to get her on the bench in foul trouble. And right there, up 8-0 already. There was no need to do something crazy and trying to block that shot of Troutman, who had great positioning inside. And Allie stood there, hands up high, and didn't overdo it to try to force a block shot out of something that wasn't there, and gives up the 2, but you're up 8-2, so no harm done there. Good smart play. Pearson brings it up for Wellsville. Eagles down 6. Troutman sets the screen for Green. Inside to Lexi McDaniel, and McDaniel makes it back-to-back buckets now for Wellsville. Julia Hess on the move. Blocked over to Powell. Brooke goes back up with it for Spring Hill. Offensive rebound, Frank. And they're going to call her for a travel. She was in traffic down there after that offensive rebound, but it's already 4 rebounds to go along with the 6 points for Allie Frank. Unfortunately, it's a 3rd Spring Hill turnover, as Kaylee Oakes will check in now for the Broncos, replacing Weber. 8-0 run to start for Spring Hill. Wellsville scored the last 2 times they've had it, though, to trim that deficit in half. It's McDaniel, who scored last time down, into the corner for Overman. Back into McDaniel. Into the center of the paint. Foul is called. Kaylee Oakes will be called for the foul. And that will put McDaniel at the free throw line. Clancy back in, replaces Overman for Wellsville. Well, 6 in a row from Wellsville, and we're back to a 2-point game. Frank, great positioning again. Kaylee Oakes on the assist, and it's 10-6 Broncos. Clancy gets the screen from McDaniel. Wasn't there on the roll back. They'll try that pick and roll now this side. Troutman on the baseline. Frank cuts her off, and she sails it up into the seats. In for Wellsville, Peyton Robertson, 5'8" senior. And Troutman to the bench, so it's already been a dominant start for Allie Frank. Should now become even a bigger advantage for the Broncos. 8 points, 4 rebounds for Frank. She's got it on the right wing. and fouled as she tried to pass it inside to Oaks. The foul on Lexi McDaniel is her first, team's third. 3:27 to play, first quarter. Hess called for a travel. Jenna Weber checks back in for Spring Hill. Meredith Todd will also return. Milroy pressuring Pearson in the backcourt. Todd just a little late there. She tried to intercept that pass. The screen by McDaniel. Rolled the wrong way on it. Didn't give Clancy a chance. Now Pearson trying to find a way to get it inside to McDaniel. She steps out, sets the screen for Green. Stripped by Todd. And Spring Hill comes up with it. Then a collision and a foul against Wellsville. It's called on Green. Her first, team's fourth. Wellsville back to the bench. Troutman and Overman return. Five minutes into this ball game, 10-6, Spring Hill on top. 8-0 run to start the game for Spring Hill. They've led the entire way so far. Todd skips it backside to Jenna Weber. And right now, everything that Spring Hill is getting is inside deep. They have not scored from outside of the paint so far, haven't needed to. Taking advantage of some opportunities inside. Powell gambles, Green now attacks. Floats it up off front iron. Comes back down to Todd, and Spring Hill will run. Todd can shoot it. She's their best three-point shooter, but good closeout. Eagles right on top of her. Now a collision again on the pass by Todd, and Clancy and Green were both there. One of them is going to pick up their second foul. It's Clancy. And a 15th foul with 2:13 remaining in the quarter. A 12-6 Spring Hill lead, and another substitution coming in here for Wellsville. Jada Fletcher in for the first time, a 5'5" freshman. As Clancy checks out after her second foul. 2:13 left in the quarter. Broncos with the ball up by 6. Milroy attacks, dishes out to Weber. Wide open look for Jenna Weber that pops out, but Powell keeps the possession alive. Weber made 3 3-pointers Thursday night. And she's fouled again, both Green and Fletcher there. I think it's Fletcher, let's see. I don't know, they call it on Green, so that's her second now. Emily Dowd will check back in for Spring Hill. So the Broncos will be in the bonus the rest of the way in this half after now 6 fouls on Wellsville. Another good look from Frank, but that one off the back of the iron, and Jaden Troutman clears it for Wellsville. Call Frank for a blocking foul here. She was just maybe a half step behind Troutman as she tried to slide with her, and Troutman had a hip around on the advantage there basically, and caused the bump there with Troutman, and the foul on Frank, her first and the team's third. Look at this inbound play. All 4 girls for Wellsville start at midcourt, come running down. They throw it into McDaniel. Troutman comes up with it but can't finish. Weber, that bounce pass off the ankle of Frank. Fortunately, stayed in play for Spring Hill, and Troutman on a block shot there stops the attempt from Frank. Pearson off a screen by McDaniel, steps back, fires a 3. Milroy on the rebound, has Dowd up ahead. If she can get a hold of the ball to get it to her, she does, and Dowd lays it in. Under a minute to play in the quarter, and the Broncos now lead it by 8. Getting that high screen by McDaniel. Powell does a good job of the switch. There's a walk. McDaniel spun kind of halfway to her left, back to her right, and took too many steps. Hess and Oakes back in for Spring Hill, who leads by 8 with 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. Still everything for Spring Hill has come from inside the paint. That's where they look again here. Oakes fires into Powell, who banks it in. 10-point Bronco lead. 18 seconds to play in the quarter. Weber able to get above the screen, and Green almost drug her pivot foot. Troutman fires up a three, well off the mark. Second left, Weber didn't get it off in time. 16-6 at the end of one. Spring Hill on top of Wellsville here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Welcome back as we start the second quarter here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. It's a 10-point Bronco lead, 16-6 over the 0-8 Wellsville Eagles. Spring Hill 4-5 record coming in. All 5 losses have been by single digits. An 8-point loss, 2 3-point losses, and 2 1-point losses this year for Spring Hill. Down Weber, Todd, Milroy, and Frank for the Broncos. And that's a deflection by Todd and another turnover forced by Spring Hill. Milroy lobs underneath. Frank, who's swatted by Troutman. Had a big strong block there. And oh no, Allie with maybe a frustration foul after she was blocked by Troutman. And that is her second, so that is not a good foul there. She'll come out of the game. Powell will check back in. Frank off to a good start, 8 points, 5 rebounds. But now on the bench for a couple minutes anyway, probably. Overman, Green, Pearson, Troutman, and McDaniel, the 5 out there for Wellsville. It's a 10-point game here, early second quarter. Over to Troutman, working on Powell. Nice bounces it around to McDaniel, stripped out by Dowd. Quick hands by Emily Dowd, and she races the other way. Looking for Todd, and it ends up in another Bronco turnover. Good hustle back by Jaden Troutman to get that steal for Wellsville. Troutman calling for it, rifled in by Green. Didn't give her a very good angle on that pass in there. Kind of threw it through some arms. It got there, but nothing comes of it as Spring Hill able to keep the defensive intensity up down here. They have forced 6 turnovers already in this game and nearly had a 7th there, but it goes off the hands of Weber and back out of bounds. Dowd has been good with the hands here on the defensive end. You can see her again trying to reach in and flip that ball up out of the hands of Overman. Dowd's already been responsible for forcing 2 turnovers here in this second quarter. Block shot by Todd. Scramble comes back out to Pearson, and she misfires on a 3. Here comes Milroy leading the charge for the Broncos. Kate lob for Powell behind her, spun her around and turns it over. McDaniel on the screen with the roll. Pearson unable to get it inside to her. Green back up top, Pearson. Play Freegon telling his girls, keep moving, don't get stagnant here on a good defensive possession so far. Wellsville keeps working back and forth on that pick and roll high out on the wing. Here comes Troutman to set one for Green. Play Freegon wanted a double dribble called, but I'll say Green never dribbled, just bobbled on the catch. Now McDaniel, too high for Overman, and a long possession is won by Spring Hill after the eventual turnover. Kaylee Oakes checks back in for Milroy. J.C. Clancy back in for Wellsville. Also in for Wellsville, Jada Fletcher. 5:26 to play first half. Still nobody has scored in this second quarter. We played 2:34. Weber pulls up, mid-range shot, no good, but an offensive rebound, Oakes. Dowd will fire one up from outside. Green inside the paint, lost the handle. Troutman, though, came up with it, and she's fouled by Oakes. Looked like that was a surefire turnover, but somehow Troutman had that ball get past Weber. And now gets to the free throw line after the second foul on Kaylee Oakes and the 15th foul on the Broncos. Checking in for Wellsville for the first time is 6-foot sophomore Kelsey Johnson. The first point for either team here in this second quarter. A free throw by Jaden Troutman. Oakes has her pass taken away by Troutman. Over the head intended for Johnson, stolen by Spring Hill's Kaylee Oakes. Todd skips it over to Oakes. Fires up a deep two. Johnson clears for Wellsville. Clancy pushes. Troutman on the right block. Too strong, and it's rebounded by Oakes. Nobody out there to guard Dowd, but Emily Dowd shot missing, and then a foul. I think they're going to call it on Oakes. They will. She was boxing out, but a little too aggressive on the box out, and that will be her third. Allie Frank will come back in. Remember, she's got 2 fouls. Milroy and Hess also come back in for Spring Hill. And we've also got a timeout here with 3:59 left to play in the first half. 16-7, Spring Hill leads Wellsville here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Allowing you to focus when it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
$3:59 left to play first half here in Wellsville, 7th place game of the Top Gun tournament. Spring Hill with a 16-7 lead. They opened the game on an 8-0 run. They have led the entire way so far. But the Broncos have not scored in this second quarter. Midway through the quarter. And the good news for the Broncos is they've only allowed 1 point to Wellsville. A free throw by Jaden Troutman, who's now on the bench. Allie Frank back in there. She's guarding the inbound pass here. Frank with a good start today, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Did pick up a second foul, though, earlier in this quarter. Back in for the first time since that second foul. Milroy on a deflection. Lobs it up top for Frank. Nice play. Allie Frank, there she showcases that athleticism. Catches it, does a little pirouette and able to lay it in calmly. Now a deflection by Weber. Race to the ball, and McDaniel gets there first for Wellsville. Another steal for the Broncos. That's 10 Wellsville turnovers now. Milroy weaving through traffic, kicks it out to Weber, and she knocks down the long two-pointer. Third assist now for Milroy. She leads the team in assists this year, and this is what we expected, or I expected anyway, a chance to force some turnovers, get Milroy in transition with a chance to do some damage, and let's hope everybody's okay here as Milroy and Fletcher both end up on the floor. They call a timeout for Wellsville as Green was in trouble over there near midcourt, and the timeout is given to the Eagles, who have now rolled through 3 of their 5 timeouts in this first half with 3:11 to go in the second quarter, and Spring Hill leading 20-7. Broncos have forced 10 turnovers, as I was saying, and the last couple have resulted in 2 quick buckets for Spring Hill after they were scoreless through the first 4 minutes of this second period. But now 2 buckets within about 18 seconds of each other, and they've got their largest lead of the game at 13 points. Wellsville to inbound just in front of midcourt. Or I guess just behind midcourt. Should have been in the front, Dave. I'm just saying. Doesn't matter. 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. No reason to get technical, right?
No.
Clancy wanted to go inside to Troutman, but Frank knew that as well. She steps in for the steal. Back come the Broncos. Trying to get 3 straight buckets off of turnovers. Awkward shot from Frank. Clancy the rebound for Wellsville. Milroy wanted another steal. Pass high for Fletcher. She got a hand on it to keep it in play. And now Frank steps in between the target for another steal. One-on-one with Pearson. Stops, shoots, scores. A dozen points, a half dozen rebounds, and it's another strong first half start for Allie Frank as she puts the Broncos up by 15. Weber on the deflection, and it's yet another steal for Spring Hill. Milroy leads them up the floor to Weber. Pass fires inside for Weber, knocked free, stolen by Fletcher. A minute and a half to go here in the second quarter, a 15-point Spring Hill lead. Wellsville right now in a tough time doing anything against this zone defense of Spring Hill. They've yet to get a shot up on their last 5 possessions now, all resulting in turnovers. McDaniel does finally get a shot up, but it won't fall. She will have a chance at the free throw line. And they call the foul on Weber. That's her first, 7th team foul. 2 shots for Lexi McDaniel. She's 2 out of 2 at the line in this ball game. Half of the points for Wellsville here in this first half have come at the free throw line now as Todd comes back in for Frank. Overman back in, replacing Fletcher for Wellsville. Timeout Spring Hill, 32nd timeout taken by the Broncos with a minute to play in the half and leading 22-9. Spring Hill is going to go into the locker room on top. They are 4-2 this year with a halftime lead, but right now After the way things have gone the last couple of games, Spring Hill not going to sit back and be comfortable with any kind of a lead after losing fourth quarter leads each of the last two ball games. So a 22-9 advantage for Spring Hill. The Broncos have the basketball coming out of a timeout. Twelve of the 22 points for the Broncos have come from Allie Frank, and then they've dispersed the rest of the scoring between Weber, Todd, and Powell. And Dowd. This is Milroy, who's got 3 assists in this first half, brings it up for the Broncos. Todd doubled in the corner. Bounce underneath Hess. She's in a tough spot down there on the baseline. Weber comes to bail her out. Back up top to Todd. Driving runner by Meredith Todd, and she'll earn a trip back to the free throw line. She knocked out a pair of free throws back at the first quarter, the only free throws attempted so far by Spring Hill. And that is the second on Lexi McDaniel. So here's Todd back at the line, 2 points, 3 rebounds so far today for Meredith. .5 Spring Hill lead, 35 seconds to play in the first half. Foul on the Broncos will put McDaniel back at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. They call it on Brooke Powell. McDaniel, perfect 4 of 4 at the line. .14 game for Spring Hill with the ball. Just 25 seconds left in the half. Wide open 3 for the lefty, Kate Milroy, who knocks down her first bucket of the ball game. First 3 that Spring Hill has hit in this one. They haven't needed to take many from the outside. And Milroy gives Spring Hill a 17-point lead in the final seconds of the half. Down to 3 seconds. I'm not sure Wellsville sees it. 2 seconds. And they did get it off, but McDaniel's shot misses, and we've reached the half. 27-10, Spring Hill, a strong start to this one. They lead Wellsville by 17 at halftime here in the 7th place game of the Top Gun Wellsville tournament. Back with the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. A 27-10 Spring Hill lead here at the break on top of Wellsville. Good start to this game for Spring Hill as we take a look at our white cell optometry eye on the game. And it started out hot for Spring Hill with an 8-0 run to get the game started. Wellsville then did come back with 6 straight of their own and had it back to a 2-point game at the midway point of that first quarter. But Spring Hill would close out the quarter with another 8-0 run. And it gave them a 10-point lead at the end of one, 16-6. And it took them a little bit to get going in the second quarter. Spring Hill was scoreless through the first 4:25 of the second quarter. But Wellsville also struggled during that same time offensively. They hit just one free throw during that same stretch. So unable to cut down on that 10-point deficit much despite the struggle offensively to start that second quarter for Spring Hill. The Broncos then got it going with some defense. They really buckled down on the defensive end, started forcing turnovers. 5 straight possessions for Wellsville ended in turnovers. It resulted in a quick 6 points by Spring Hill to push their lead up to 15. It would stay 15 through the rest of that second quarter until a 3-pointer by Kate Milroy, the final bucket of that half when with 14 seconds left in the second quarter, the only 3-pointer that Spring Hill made, and that pushed that lead up to 17, which is where it's at right now, 27-10 here at halftime. No ties, no lead changes, and in a dominant first half. Therefore, Spring Hill, they were plus 10 on the glass. They had 9 assists in that first half and forced 13 turnovers. So all Broncos right now in this one, 27-10 at the half. We'll check the final numbers or the first half numbers for you when we come back. That look back at the Eye on the Game brought to you by White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020 and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. Back with more on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael Grand's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. So learn more by visiting them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. We look at the first half numbers here in a game that Spring Hill leads 27-10 on top of Wellsville. A plus 10 rebounding margin for Spring Hill, 16-6, 9 assists in that first half for Spring Hill. So they're already on their way to almost a season high if they could duplicate that in the second half. Very good half there on as far as sharing the basketball goes. They only made 1 3. They didn't have to make many because they were able to get what they wanted inside, and they forced 13 turnovers, gave it away just 8 times themselves. Spring Hill led by Allie Frank, a dozen first-half points. She's got a game-high 5 rebounds as well. Kate Milroy with 3, Emily Dowd with 2, Jenna Weber with 4, Meredith Todd with 4, and Brooke Powell with 2. So a lot of different girls getting involved in that scoring. And again, led by the dozen points from Allie Frank. Milroy has 3 assists to lead the way for the Broncos. Both Brooke Powell and Kaylee Oakes have 2 assists apiece. And Meredith Todd, Emily Dowd chipping in there in that department as well. So Spring Hill with a nice lead, 27-10 here at the break. Wellsville, 7 points of their 10 came from Lexi McDaniel, with 5 of that coming at the free throw line. The only other point scored by Jaden Troutman, who's got 3. Back to start the second half right after this. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live. This has been the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Off to the second half here in Wellsville today, 27-10. Spring Hill on top of Wellsville. Don't forget here throughout the second half, if you see a play that catches your attention, a big play happens, and you want to see it again, text SHHS to 816-406-0051. Easy Relic and Spring Hill Sports Live teaming up to bring you every big play from every big game right here on Spring Hill Sports Live with free video highlights. Send directly to your phone by texting SHHS to 816-406-0051. Spring Hill with the ball as we are underway now, second half. Kate Milroy, Allie Frank, Emily Dowd, Jenna Weber, and Meredith Todd, the 5 out there for Spring Hill. Overman, Clancy, Pearson, Troutman, and McDaniel, the 5 for Wellsville. So an opening possession turnover. Spring Hill started this game with a turnover as well. Meredith Todd commits the foul, her second personal, and the first team foul right away here to start this second half. Just 10 first half points for Wellsville. They only average 34 points per game. That's been the biggest struggle this year, is scoring. They're giving up 54 a game and scoring just 34 per game. Spring Hill right about their average. They average 52 a game, and they're sitting here at 24, so halfway to a 54-point game, which would be right in line with the typical day for Spring Hill this season. Troutman rejected by Meredith Todd. Todd's had a couple of block shots in this game. Here's Frank with 12 points to lead all scorers today. Around to Milroy, who's knocked down the only outside shot for him, and now Kate's got a 4th assist. And she puts it right on the money in perfect timing inside to Meredith Todd. First field goal of the game for Todd, who made 4 free throws in that first half for her scoring. Fourteen turnovers now down here on this end of the floor for Wellsville today. Troutman spins one in. Todd trying to force it into a double team. Weber is called for a foul after the steal. Second on Jenna Weber. Second team foul of this second half for Spring Hill. 17-point lead for the Broncos. 8-point loss Tuesday, 1-point loss Thursday for Spring Hill. Wellsville, 20-point loss Tuesday and a 24-point loss on Thursday. And now Weber has picked up her third foul. So that will bring Brooke Powell into the game to replace Weber. Frank steps in front for another steal. And then a collision between McDaniel and Milroy. Milroy took the worst of that collision, but McDaniel is hit with a personal foul because of it. That's her third. Todd from straight on, buries a three. That's the third assist of this game for Brooke Powell. That is a new career best for the junior. Pearson still not on the board for Wellsville. Offensive rebound by Clancy. They had very few of those in the first half. Wellsville was out-rebounded by 10 in the half. Here's a foul against Spring Hill that'll put Lexi McDaniel back at the free throw line. She was busy at the stripe in the first half, went 5 out of 6. Leading scorer in the game for Wellsville here, Lexi McDaniel at the free throw line. Foul, by the way, on Emily Dowd was her first. Powell drawing all kinds of attention inside, leaves Milroy wide open outside, and she knocks down a long two-pointer. Gives Brooke now a 4-assist game, doubling her career best coming in, which was only 2 assists in a ball game. And that's going to be a double dribble on McDaniel. Julia Hess checking in for Spring Hill. Kaylee Oakes will also enter the lineup. Well, the Broncos just continue to build that lead a little bigger each time down the floor. It's a 21-point advantage right now. Biggest of the game for Spring Hill, who has never trailed today. Out of bounds off the hand of Hess. And it's a 10th turnover on Spring Hill. Timeout, Wellsville. So with 4:25 left to play third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Spring Hill leading Wellsville 34-13 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Attention, are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
.425 to play third quarter, 34-13. Spring Hill leading Wellsville. Spring Hill has just one more non-league game coming up on Tuesday when they host DeSoto. That will be senior recognition night as well for the Broncos. And then after that, it's a full slate of Frontier League games. Piper, Tongi, Paola, Lewisburg, Eudora, Bonner Springs, and Ottawa to close out the regular season for Spring Hill. It was a perfect 3-0 steal in the Frontier League this year, including a big road win over 10-1 Lewisburg with their lone blemish that lost last week on Friday to Spring Hill. That's the 17th turnover on Wellsville in this game as Spring Hill has the ball up 21 with a little more than 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Knocked out of bounds by Clancy. Aaliyah Green checks in. She'll replace Clancy here with 4:06 to play in the third. Shot fake and drive, but a travel called on Oaks. Just two girls have scored here in this game for Wellsville. Troutman and McDaniel. 8 from McDaniel, 5 from Troutman. That's where they were headed there, is to Troutman when it's deflected away by Milroy. And Spring Hill gets it back with 3.5 to go in the quarter, up by 21 still. Frank is fouled and will have to earn him at the free throw line. Troutman called for the foul. It's her second. Frank, an excellent free throw shooter, 83% for the year. And she knocks down both on this trip as well. 14 points in the game for Frank to lead all scorers. And Spring Hill leads by 23 with 3:12 left to play in the third. McDaniel throws that off of the leg of Powell. So it stays with Wellsville. Spring Hill opened this game playing man-to-man defense. We saw a lot of the high pick and roll action from Wellsville, and not that they had much success really with that either, but when Spring Hill midway through the second quarter switched to this zone defense, they have really put a hurt on this Wellsville offense. They have been unable to do really anything against this Spring Hill zone defense. McDaniel fouled. That's been the only way they've been able to score really. 6 of their 13 points have come at the free throw line. And since the second quarter, they've only made 1 field goal. McDaniel has attempted 9 free throws so far in this game. She's gone 7 out of 9 at the line. .22 Spring Hill lead. Frank deep inside, nothing you can do to stop that. Kate Milroy picks up her 5th assist of this ball game. Averages 4 per game, the top assist girl on the team for Spring Hill, and she has been excellent again in that department again today. Rare offensive rebound for Wellsville, and then they turn it over. Milroy off to the races. Veers out, sets up Weber. Great look for Jenna. Frank an offensive rebound and didn't get much on that putback. It looked like Robertson was kind of underneath of Frank, and she just had no lift to get up on that putback try. 2:10 left to play, third quarter. Wellsville has made just 3 shots in this game from the field. Everything else has come at the free throw line for the Eagles. And still just 2 different girls have only scored, Troutman and McDaniel. Right now, Troutman on the bench. McDaniel working the high post there. Troutman, though, set to come back into the next dead ball. This is McDaniel, and she'll head back to the free throw line. Foul's called on Meredith Todd. That's her third. Makes 6 team fouls now against the Broncos. Hess and Powell in for Spring Hill. And now Troutman back in for Wellsville. 10-point game from McDaniel as she checks out of the game. 10-point game with only 1 made shot and 8 free throws. Powell. Strong rebound by Clancy. Just clipped the bottom side of that rim on the way down on a 3 by Troutman, but Brooke Powell comes away with a steal then, and then Spring Hill gives it back. And Clancy run into by Weber. Weber was expecting Clancy to be taken off for the basket. She was ahead of the pack, but caught it. I don't know whether she just didn't catch it clean, but she just stood there after catching it, and Weber ran right over. So that is Jenna's 4th foul, and she will head back to the bench. It is the 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 coming up for J.C. Clancy. Kelsey Johnson is checked in for Wellsville. Clancy was at the line back at the first quarter, went 0 for 2 that trip. And is able to make a free throw here. Just the 3rd different girl to score now for Wellsville in this game. They have scored well over half of their points at the free throw line. "11 of the 17 points have come at the free throw line for Wellsville." Frank inside on a feed by Brooke Powell, who is now up to 5 assists in the game. And it's an 18-point day for Allie Frank. Pearson's 3 misses. And a timeout, Spring Hill.
Timeout, Spring Hill.
So they will keep possession with that timeout. 34 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. And the Broncos leading 40-17. Take this opportunity to once again thank all of our sponsors who make these broadcasts possible on Spring Hill Sports Live, and want to also send a special thank you to all of those who have donated to keep the broadcast coming this year in an odd season that it has been, but with not as many of you here in the gym with us, we're glad that we're able to provide these broadcasts free of charge to all of you at home tuning in to make sure you don't miss out on any second of action for the Broncos. If you'd like to be a part of it as well and make your contribution, you can do so at springhillsportslive.com/donate. We greatly appreciate all the support from the Bronco faithful. Dowd is fouled on that 15-foot pull-up, so she will head to the line for 2 shots. Emily, a 71% free throw shooter this year. The foul on J.C. Clancy, her third. Back in comes both Troutman and McDaniel for Wellsville. Broncos perfect at the line today, 8 out of 8. Nobody home on that pass. Dowd wins the race to it and gives herself an easy layup. Four seconds left for Wellsville. Pearson cues up a deep three. Pass has it fall into her waiting arms, and we head to the fourth. All Broncos 44-17 on top of Wellsville through 3 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
A 44-17 lead for Spring Hill as we start the fourth quarter here in Wellsville today. It's been all Broncos all game long. Peyton Milroy looking to add to that advantage for Spring Hill, and does. That is 7 points now from Milroy. A lot of times we see Milroy set up Frank. This time it was Frank to Milroy, and it's a 29-point Spring Hill lead. Open the game on an 8-0 run, and they have not looked back. This zone defense has given Wellsville fits all game long. In and out from McDaniel. Got it back though. Good hustle by McDaniel. Troutman inside. McDaniel off the mark and off the hand of Powell, so it stays with Wellsville. They'll get a third chance at it. Wellsville has gone 11 of 18 at the free throw line in this game, but they've made just 3 shots from the field. Here's a timeout taken by Wellsville, so we'll take another quick break with them. 7:03 to play, 46-17 Broncos here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
(46-17) Spring Hill leading Wellsville. 7:03 left to play fourth quarter. Put the number in your phone, 816-406-0051. Save that number, and anytime a big play happens when you're watching your Broncos here on Spring Hill Sports Live, EZ Relic will get that highlight sent right to your phone by texting SHHS To that number there, 816-406-0051. Clancy for 3 for Wellsville as they come out of the timeout empty. And Julia Hess collects the rebound for Spring Hill. Dowd into a wide open Julia Hess, but Jaden Troutman says nope. And Powell gets it right back, this time taking it out of the arms of Troutman. Milroy, lob up for Frank. Contact, no call. Pearson the rebound. Pearson switches in a 3 for Wellsville. Only the 4th made field goal of the game. It's the first 3-pointer made by Wellsville and makes it 46-20 with 6:09 to play. Powell fouled on the floor. No basket here for Brooke. Called on McDaniel, her 4th. Also the 4th team foul. Dowd straight away. Five and a half to play. Blocking foul called on Julia Hess. Well, McDaniel will head back to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Weber, Oakes, and Todd all check in for Spring Hill. Tap back out to Green. And then Weber with a steal. "23 turnovers forced today by this Bronco defense. Double dribble or a foul? They're going to call a foul. Looked like Weber almost picked that up and put it back down, but Green caught reaching in. It's her 3rd. Weber flashes in, Powell finds her, and Jenna lays it in. How about a 6-assist day for Brooke Powell? Troutman unable to hit the runner. Pearson keeps it alive for Wellsville. Green can't hit the runner, and it's a foul on Todd, so that will put McDaniel back at the free throw line. She has had a busy day at the foul line. 4th foul now on Meredith. And another 1-and-1 coming up for Lexi McDaniel. 8 for 13 at the stripe in this one. Leading scorer for the Eagles today with 10. (48-22) Spring Hill, 4:20 left in the 4th. Todd lost it on the way through the paint. Clancy stepping into a long two-pointer. Meredith Todd there for the rebound. Nice look. Weber underneath. Powell gave a little shot fake to allow the defender Troutman to go running past. And Brooke Powell has had a very good game off the bench today for Spring Hill. 4 points, 2 rebounds, and a career best 6 assists for Powell. Foul on that entry pass, so Kaylee Oakes has picked up her 4th. And that will put Spring Hill over the double bonus limit. So 2 shots for Troutman. Normally not a good thing when you let your opponent shoot what will be now their 23rd free throw of this game, as we see Tessa Dawson and Elena Freegon check in for the Broncos. But if your opponent's going to shoot 23 free throws in a game, as Wellsville now has, if you only give up 4 made field goals, you're probably still going to be okay. Freegon turns it over for Spring Hill with 3:20 left. 27-point lead for Spring Hill. No danger in this one, but would like to see him close out strong in this final 3 minutes still. Clancy floats one up off the back iron. And then commits her 4th foul. 6th team foul, 2:53 to play. "17 assists in this game for the Broncos, 6 from Powell, 5 from Milroy to lead the way. Both those girls on the bench and probably done for the day. This is Hess from straight away, banking in a 3, and make that now 18 assists for Spring Hill, 1 shy of their season high as a team, and they have pushed the lead for the first time up to 30 points today. Another deflection, but Troutman keeps it for the Eagles. Outside to Clancy, airballed 3. McDaniel putback is good. He's got 14 to lead the way for Wellsville today, 14 of their 25. Hess again from Oakes, and there's the 19th assist of the game. Both Oakes and Powell have set career bests in that department with 6 assists from Powell, now 4 assists from Kaylee Oakes. That's a number that Coach Freegon is going to be very pleased with seeing after this one's over. That's Troutman who banks in that shot. 55-27 with 1:26 to play. Both teams ready to clear the bench. The scores table has 8 girls waiting to check in. It's getting to be a full room over there, Caden. Good thing neither team has anybody else to put in, because there wouldn't be room for to check in. Weber on a putback, count the basket, and a 3-point chance for Jenna Weber. I lied, here comes 2 more into the game or to check in for Spring Hill. So 10 girls checking into the game here. Well, 9, I guess. 1 has to wait because Weber is at the free throw line and can't come in quite yet. So let's get this free throw taken care of first. There's the shot by Weber. She makes the free throw, keeps Spring Hill perfect at the line. 9 for 9 in the game. She exits now 9 points, and her day is over with Spring Hill up 58-27 in the final half minute. So the Broncos in the lineup now. You've got Molly Murray, number 3, is in there, along with Coral Callan, Chelsea Kirk, 34, Lorelei Harris, and Abby Skoma, all on the floor for Spring Hill. That ball out of bounds, and a turnover for Wellsville. For the Eagles right now, give them some love for getting into the game here. Brianna Glover in for the first time. Maggie Brunghart, Kelsey Johnson, who played a little bit earlier. Allie McClellan and Jada Fletcher, and that's the ball game. So Spring Hill, a dominant performance here in the 7th place game as they roll to victory in this one. 58-27, your final, a 31-point win for Spring Hill to get back into the win column, snapping a little brief 2-game slide. And they improved to 5-5 with the victory, dropping Wellsville to 0-9. We'll take a timeout, come back and wrap it all up for you on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Again, your final, Spring Hill 58, Wellsville 27. Back at the post-game right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. A big win today for Spring Hill as they cruise to a 31-point victory. Post-game show brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Spring Hill opened the game on an 8-0 run. They never looked back. Wellsville did close it to a 2-point gap briefly in that first quarter, but Spring Hill have it up to a 10-point lead by the end of the first quarter. It was 9 after a free throw by Wellsville early second quarter, and then a 6-0 run by Spring Hill put it into double digits for good. It would just continue to climb and climb all the way to a 31-point victory. No ties, no lead changes. 58-27 the final. Wellsville drops to 0-9. Spring Hill gets back to 500, now at 5-5 for the season. A dominant game. They win the rebounds by 9 and a season-high tying 19 assists in this game for Spring Hill. So a very good day sharing the basketball as they had career highs set by both Brooke Powell and Kaylee Oakes in the assist department. And overall, they get 8 different girls to score. Make that 7 girls, I guess. Oakes didn't score, but did have the 4 assists. So big day for Spring Hill. They win this one easy, 58-27. We'll take a timeout, come back, get you all the final numbers from this one here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Wellsville Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Wellsville Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Wellsville and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Wellsville Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call us at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back again to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. A big win for Spring Hill today, 58-27. They roll past Wellsville as they hold the Eagles to just 27 points, only 3 shy of a season low for the Eagles. For Spring Hill, defensively, it's their best performance of the year. The 27 points given up the fewest this season, 2 shy of the 40, or no, it's a 29. Yeah, I got 29 written down. There we go. Had to find the game. Paola back in that 71-29 victory for the Broncos. So needless to say, good day for Spring Hill. As we look at the final numbers here, Wellsville led by Lexi McDaniel, who had 14 points in the game. She also was tied for a team high with 3 rebounds. 8 points from Jaden Troutman, 3 from Bethany Pearson, and J.C. Clancy with 2 points, who also tied for a team high with 3 rebounds. 14 of the 27 points for Wellsville came at the free throw line. They shot 14 of 23 at the stripe and had a big advantage there, but fortunately for Spring Hill, that didn't come into play in this game, as Wellsville also turned it over 24 times in this game. Spring Hill had just 14 turnovers in the ball game, so a nice 10 turnover advantage going the way of the Spring Hill Broncos. We had a 19-assist day led by Brooke Powell with a career-high 6 assists. Kate Milroy had 5 to go along with 7 points. Kaylee Oakes also with a career-best 4 assists in this game. Leading scorer was Allie Frank yet again, 18 points in this one for Allie, her 10th straight game to start this season scoring in double figures. She finished with just 6 rebounds. That tied a season low for her in this one, but that was mostly because Spring Hill didn't miss many shots, so didn't have many offensive rebounds to collect. And then Wellsville, everything they had was one and done, and they quite frankly didn't get a whole lot of shots up with 24 turnovers in this game. So the rebounding number as a whole for Spring Hill was kind of low in this one, but 18 and 6 from Frank, 9 points from Weber, 9 points from Meredith Todd. They each had 5 rebounds as well. 6 for Dowd, 5 from Julia Hess, the 7 from Milroy, and 4 points from Brooke Powell as Spring Hill cruises to a 58-27 victory. Coming up next for Spring Hill will be a home date with DeSoto on Tuesday. It'll be senior night as well for Spring Hill, so they'll recognize their senior class before tipping off that one against DeSoto, and then that will wrap it up for non-league play for the Broncos. They will then close it out following that DeSoto game with 7 straight Frontier League games, where they are currently a perfect 3-0. So that's what's coming up next for us. It'll be a Tuesday doubleheader, boys and girls both on the air. It's been a while since we've had one of those doubleheaders, but we'll have it for you coming up on Tuesday when Spring Hill hosts DeSoto. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks for tuning in today and watching the 7th place game from the Top Gun Wellsville basketball tournament. Your final one more time: Spring Hill 58, Wellsville 27. Broncos now 5-5 on the year. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you Tuesday back home when Spring Hill hosts DeSoto. You've been watching the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show and Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision